Thanks, Goose. Now it's time to go back to bed.
Back to Bed is a puzzle game set in a surreal dreamscape. Your goal is to guide Bob, the narcoleptic sleepwalker, to the safety of his bedroom.
Get Bob safely to bed.
The level design is inspired by the artist M.C. Escher. The illustrator's impossible constructions are his defining works and have influenced a lot of puzzle video games over the years.
Yes, indeed. Escher's style works so well for video games because it's so visually perplexing. We've seen it in games like The Bridge, and more recently in Monument Valley. However, with Back to Bed, surprisingly, the level design is the least confusing element.
Yeah, there's some strange stuff going on.
The apple is a rat.
You play as Bob's subconscious, a small dog-like creature called Sue-Bob. As Sue-Bob, you can interact with objects in the dream to help Bob find a path to bed and avoid falling off the world. Or running into an obstacle that'll startle him awake.
In typical Lemmings style, Bob will just keep on walking, turning only when he encounters an obstacle. For every barrier he hits, Bob turns clockwise 90 degrees.
There are two main tools at your disposal to help solve the puzzles. One is the large apples, which can be placed in front of Bob, forcing him to turn. The other is a fish bridge, which can be used to cross gaps. Later on, you encounter lip vents, which blow you around. But that's about it for mechanics.
Yeah, it's very simple, but there are some interesting moments throughout the game. For example, having to create a cul-de-sac with apples to set Bob on the right path.
Also, it can be stressful trying to get those bridges down in time. Oh no! Oh, Bob, no! 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 But you quickly learn that there's no real consequence for letting him fall. In fact, sometimes you just have to let him fall while you work out a plan.
Yeah, I did that a lot. The game is quite forgiving, and about a quarter of the way through, you start to meet enemies that wake up Bob immediately. There are unicycling alarm clocks, grumpy dogs, angry-looking holes in the floor, and a train that is a whale.
I love it. The game has such a wonderful dreamy quality to it, and I really enjoyed the cutscenes that are strewn throughout as well. They're short and simply animated, but they go a long way towards making you care about Bob.
Good morning, Bob.
Affirmative. However, I think it fails to take full advantage of its obscure look. There are a few moments where you're thinking laterally, climbing all over the walls to grab an item, but those are few and far between. It seems like a waste to not have more complex, world-bending puzzle elements.
Yes, it's not a very long or challenging game, is it? I think I beat all 30 levels in under 2 hours.
Yeah, me too. However, once you complete all of the levels, you unlock Nightmare Mode. These are the same 30 levels, but with a challenging twist. Rather than just making a beeline straight to the exit, you're forced into more obscure parts of the maps to collect keys, which unlock the bedroom.
Yes, now this was the difficulty I was after. If Bob falls off the map or is woken up after collecting a key, you need to start over. There's a lot more quick thinking and movement required to keep Bob on track, which I think is where this game really shines.
It would have been nice to see this integrated earlier on rather than being an endgame unlock. I think they've kept it simple to allow for touch screens as the developers plan on releasing this game for mobile devices in the not-too-distant future. What are you two going to score this?
Well, it's a pretty good game. I mean, everything works well and it's got a nice design to it. It was just a little bit too easy for me, so I'm giving it 6.5.
Yeah, I'm going to give it 6.5 as well. Dream on, Bob. Dream on.
Bet on your friend, indeed.
Okay, you two, I have another special episode of my sitcom Totally Incompatible to show. And this one has a very special cameo.
Oh, I think I know who the special guest star is going to be.
Roll the tape, Corinne!